I'm Dick Dietrick. Tonight on Nightstand, we look at sexaholics, the problem, the cure, and where to meet them. Stay with me, we're almost out of time already. Sexaholics. There's more among us than you might think. In fact, the person right next to you could be a sexaholic. Take a look. See what you think. Researchers tell us that 2 out of every 40 people are sexaholics. Put more simply, that's 1 out of every 20 persons. Our first guest is one of those 2 of that 40. Her name is Amanda, but that's not her real name. We called her that because, well, I always liked that name. Amanda had it all. A thriving career, a glamorous lifestyle, expensive cars, superficial friends, everything we all strive for. But an addiction to sex ruined it for Amanda. Tell us how.
Well, Dick, in my case, it took over my life and ruined a very lucrative career as a dentist.
That's neat. Now, Amanda, did you always have this abnormal desire for sex?
Yes, I did, but I always thought I had it under control until one day I was getting a patient ready for a root canal. And there he was, gassed out, vulnerable, totally at my mercy.
Then what happened?
Well, I guess he told his friends what a great root canal he'd had. And then those friends started calling and making root canal appointments of their own.
Right, so more and more root canals. So, Amanda, while all these root canals are being performed on all these men, what were you wearing?
I was wearing a tube dress with a lab smock over it.
Interesting choice. Go on, I'm sorry, you're a dentist. Please.
Well, the next thing I know, I'm seeing 20 to 30 male patients a day. I've got 4 rooms going at once, and all of these men are just lying flat on their backs.
I want to stop. Here's a question here.
Hi.
Hi.
You said you did 20 to 30 guys a day. Did that satisfy you?
Yes, it did. For a while.
For a while.
And then I started making out calls, visiting patients at their homes.
Amanda, and when you made these out calls, what were you wearing?
The tube dress.
You stayed with the tube?
Right.
Okay. Now, at this point in your life, the strain on you must have been enormous. And it's at this point that you got caught, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
This is very painful for you, isn't it?
Yep.
Take your time. Okay, start now.
Well, one of my patients' wives found out about it and made an anonymous tip to the ADA, who then caught me in a sting operation.
A sting by the American Dental Association, those bastards. Now, we've actually got a film clip of this that was used in court. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Hal, can you put that clip up on the monitor, please? Okay, what do we have here?
That's my patient's room. They hid the camera in the overhead mirror.
That's a great picture. Is that a Sony camera? I asked because... Oh, here we go. Ride 'em, cowboy. Yeah, and the AA comes in. And you're busted. The cuffs go on. Hook 'em, Dano, murder 1. Must have been very humiliating for you.
Yes, it was. I hated myself.
That's at this point, the lowest point of all in your life, when it seemed like your whole world had caved in on you and come to an abrupt end. Amanda, what were you wearing?
A bright orange prison jumpsuit.
You lost the tube.
That's right.
But you're in recovery now.
Yes, I am. And Dick, the most important thing that I really want to say about recovery is that...
And we want to talk about that. We do. We're going to try to find some time. Our next guest is Bob, but we're going to call him Jim. Jim is also a sexaholic who says he's made it with over 12,000 women. He also says it's not his fault because he was born this way. Folks, you want to meet Jim? Yeah! Come on out, Jim!
You're the man, Dick.
I appreciate it, Jim. Jim, I don't mean to pry, but 12,000 women, how many times a day do you have sex?
At least 8 times a day, Dick.
8 times a day? That's about once every 4 hours. That's a lot of sex.
Hey, I'm sick. I need help.
Oh, here's a question here.
Yeah, Dick, I'm Alan from Cleveland, and I really like your show.
Oh, thanks, Alan. Where are you from?
Cleveland.
Cleveland, right. What's your question?
Yeah, Jim, you say you're sick. Well, when was it you realized you had a problem?
Ooh, good question, Jim.
Hey, I'd say that goes back to nursery school. My wife caught me with my kid's teacher.
You actually did it with your child's preschool teacher?
Hey, I'm sick. I need help. It's a disease.
I'm sick. I need help. It's a disease. Come on, Jim. Do you ever think that just maybe you're using this claim of sexaholism as a thinly veiled excuse to cheat on your wife?
Absolutely not.
Had to ask.
Like I told my wife, this is not about the nursery school teacher. This is not about the waitress. This is not about that Filipino broad down at the photo mat. This is about me. I'm the victim here. I'm sick. I need help.
Maybe, maybe not. Somebody who doesn't agree with you is here tonight, Jane Austen. Jane, you want to stand up, please? Jane is the founder of a group of unrepentant sexaholics called Slut Nation. Is that right, Jane?
Absolutely right, Dick. Our motto is just say yes.
Just and I take it you don't agree with what you've heard so far from our panel.
Not at all. I mean, that dentist there, what's she sorry about? 20, 30 men a day. Heck, for us, that's foreplay.
Penny for my thoughts. Now, Jane, you're still an active sexaholic. For our audience's benefit, what's a typical day like for you, Jane?
Typical? Well, usually I wake up and then introduce myself to the person next to me. And then we f***ing
Jane, we haven't heard language like that since our Crips Mother's Day special. You know, folks, there's another side of sexaholism. Because of their sexual appetites, some men have actually died. We're going to talk to one when we come back.
Do you or someone you know have extra body parts? You could be a guest on Nightstand. Call 1-800-GO-DICKIE. 2 weeks from Monday on Nightstand, great throw-up stories.
Okay, let's recap. You're in Mexico City. You're drunk. You're wearing a new white suit. You've just bought a chimichanga from a street vendor. You start coughing. Then what happens?
Only on Nightstand.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Our topic tonight, sexaholics, the problem, the cure, and where to meet them. You know, folks, so far we've heard a lot of mumbo-jumbo, but here to put it in perspective is the author of many self-help books, including his latest self-help book entitled Stop Me Before I Help Again. Please welcome back Dr. Lonnie Lanier. Dr. Lonnie, welcome back to Nightstand.
Hey, it's good to be back, Dick.
Dr. Lonnie, quickly, 5 words or less. What is a sexaholic?
Well, a sexaholic is someone that is so into their own sexual gratification that they have no regard for anyone or anything else.
Last I heard, that person was called a man.
Yes, you are, Jim. But it is better to be sick and in charge than unhealthy and at large.
Oh. Well, Dr. Lonnie, that's a great rhyme or rap. But Dr. Lonnie, for those people out there who don't know they're sexaholics, what do we say to them?
I'm glad you asked that question because my staffs at the Lanier Institutes located throughout the greater Las Vegas area I put together 4 questions that could tell somebody if they are a sexaholic.
Oh, terrific, terrific. Marty, can you put these up on the monitor? And you folks at home, watch your TV sets.
Well, Dick, sign number 1. Do you think about sex at least once a week? Number 2, when you're having sex, do you think about sex? Number 3, do you consider your genitals as sexual organs? Number 4.
Number 4.
Do you love to catch dogs in the act?
Come on, Doc, you throw that one in about dogs and that covers just about everybody. Yeah, I think we have a caller. Caller, are you there?
Yeah, hi, Dick. This is for the lady in the drab suit.
Amanda.
Yeah. Okay, you say that you're a sexaholic in recovery. How long have you been clean?
Well, in recovery, we don't actually use that term.
All right. How long have you been dry?
8 months.
8 months. But Amanda, 8 months? You must be a veritable desert. Don't you find yourself missing the action?
No, not at all. It was a sordid lifestyle.
Oh, yeah, right.
Uh-oh, Jane is up and at him. What do you have to say, Jane?
You know you still want it, Ms. Mojave.
Ouch, Amanda, that's gotta hurt.
No, not at all. Just listening to her makes me realize how sad and desperate I used to be.
Well, at least my men fell asleep after sex, not during it.
Your serve, Amanda.
That's just a pathetic cry for help.
Pathetic, huh? Does this turn you on? Does that get you all hot and bothered?
Does it, you sick slut?
Who you calling sick? You dried up hag.
Hey, you two aren't gonna fight now, are you? Dr. Lonnie, what are we seeing right now?
We're seeing a lot of anger here, and, you know, we should break this up.
Well, that would be one thought, but another thought might be to keep it going. Audience, what do you say? Let him go? We're going to take commercial break. Be right back after this.
Find a woman that...
Like you?
Yeah.
Dating in the 90s.
What is there in this thing?
I'm sick. I need help. All this on the second half hour of Nightstand with me, your host and friend, Dick Dietrick. All right, folks. We've all heard the speech about staying in our seats. That goes for our panel and our audience alike. Any more outbursts like that, I'm going to have to ask you to keep it down. Folks, so far, all the sexaholics we've seen have had their sex with a partner. Our next guest is a do-it-yourselfer. Isn't that right, Dr. Lonnie?
Yes, Ed came to our newest clinic in Branson, Missouri, about a year ago with a problem. You see, Dick, for the last 10 years, he's been a compulsive masturbator.
Can we say compulsive? Forgive me, Dr. Lonnie. I came up with the ad-lib, and I just wanted to sneak it in. Folks, you want to meet Ed? Yeah! Come on out, Ed! Welcome to... Ouch. Quite a grip there, Ed. Oh, no, people, no. All right, Ed, what is your problem?
Well, I'm a compulsive masturbator.
Now, I see Jim laughing and a few smirks from our audience. Doc, what are we talking about here? We're talking about the guy who maybe loses control of himself when Baywatch comes on television?
Well, in Ed's situation, his gratification is tied to his obsession with pornography, phone sex, and even computer sex.
So you're a computer whacker. Hacker. Oh, people. Ed, let me ask you this. How did you find Dr. Lonnie? Was it his reputation, his experience?
Actually, I saw one of his flyers on my windshield.
But Ed came to me because he wanted to change his behavior, and the first step is admitting to his wife that he has a problem.
Which is exactly why we invited Ed's wife down here tonight. In fact, she's backstage right now in a soundproof booth. She thinks she's here for one of our $20 makeovers, so this ought to be good. All right. Ed is facing a big moment in his life. How will Ruth Ann react? Will she think her husband is a perverted, disgusting canker sore on the epidermis of humanity? Or will she say, hey, that's cool. We'll find out right after this.
On some upcoming nightstand, tempers fly as the guests take off more than their gloves.
Why should I be embarrassed about being a nudist?
You know, you're right. I have to admit, it is comfortable.
Right here on Nightstand.
Here's the situation. Ed is a chronic masturbator. His wife, Ruth Ann, is backstage in our soundproof booth thinking she's here for a makeover. Ed is just about to tell her his problem as his first step on his road to recovery. You want to meet Ruth Ann? Here she is. Hi, Ruth Ann. Welcome to the show. Did you get something to eat on the catering truck?
Yeah, I had a breakfast burrito.
Ooh, tangy. Here, we're just going to go this way.
I love your show.
Oh, thank you very much.
I love you.
Well, you know, people say that I never know whether to believe them or not.
Oh, I mean it.
Okay. Well, here we are. Ruth Ann, ladies and gentlemen.
You must be the hairdresser.
No, I'm Ed's therapist.
Ed's therapist?
Yeah, Ruth Ann. Ed has something that he wants to tell you. Don't you, Ed?
What is it, honey?
Ruth Ann? I can't.
Yes, you can, Ed. Think about all those years of tension and stress.
Tension and stress?
Let it go, Ed. Free yourself.
Come on. What is all this about?
Ruth Ann?
Yeah?
I'm a compulsive autoeroticist.
A what?
Let me handle this, Ed. Ruth Ann, what your husband's trying to say is, well, he's played a few too many games of 5-on-1. He likes to wax the dolphin, polish the bayonet. He strangles the pumpkin.
You mean he spanks the monkey?
Bingo.
Ruth Ann, I've been living a deception. I wanted to tell you for a long time because it's not fair to you, and I just didn't want to go on embarrassing myself like that anymore.
Embarrassing yourself? And I invited the neighbors.
Ruth Ann, how could you not know something was wrong, huh? I mean, we haven't had sex for 15 years.
Oh, Ed, I just thought that was because we were married.
Ruth Ann, honey, listen.
No, don't honey me. And you can just keep those hands to yourself. You are sick.
Hey, we're all sick. Need help?
Oh, this is humiliating.
Honey, let's go home.
I'm not going home with you. You're sick.
You're right. He is sick. You deserve to be treated like a doll. And dress you up like Barbie.
Who are you?
Bob. You can call me Jim.
Well, Ed, it's been quite a day for you. Frankly, you've bared your soul and humiliated yourself in front of 30 million people. Your wife now seems to be attracted to a man who looks a lot like Peter Lorre. Well, we got lucky tonight, folks. We helped somebody. But you know, Ed, you did most of the work. Give yourself a hand. Oh, people. Well, I'm exhausted. And if you're anything like me, you're thinking about a big drink and a cigarette right now. But instead, I'm going to finally give myself a chance to say something. Could we bring down the lights? You know, folks, tonight we learned what extremes these desperate examples of humanity will go through for a few moments of pleasure. But when you add up those moments, they soon become minutes, and the minutes become hours, the hours become days, the days become weeks, the weeks become years, years of incredible pleasure. Is that what you want? You make the choice. Stay tuned, there's more Nightstand. What's that expression? Coming your way. Thanks, folks. Good evening. Tonight, a hard-hitting look at one of the most explosive, controversial topics facing society today. That topic? Dating. We call our show, Will I Ever Find My True Love? Or, Help Me Find a Date, I'm Tired of Paying for It. The bottom line, though, is dating is a problem, even for a high-profile television personality like me. It's true. So I pulled my personal ad from the Manila Times, and I signed up with one of these high-tech computer dating services. Then we took the nightstand cameras along, as yours truly did a little cruising on the introduction superhighway. I'm Dick Dietrick, and I need a woman.
Lots of wonderful, attractive women that could be just what you're looking for.
Physical beauty is not that important to me. Well, it's important, but it's not the main thing. To me, the main thing is what's in a woman's ticker. I have to know what's in her ticker. And after I find that out, I leave the ticker and I go north to the noodle. I have to know what's on her noodle. Then it's like a horse race. Noodle, ticker, ticker, noodle, noodle, ticker. If the noodle's out ahead, the ticker has to catch up. Ideally, it's a photo finish.
Great. We take Visa. All right, Mr. Dietrick, we'll have your perfect date by the end of your show.
Terrific. Well, I can't wait to see what happens. Now, computer dating may be affordable for a fortunate celebrity like me, but what about people who aren't on television? Real people. Like our first two guests, Ross and Diana. Two individuals, one problem. They can't get a date. Ross, what's your problem?
Well, I don't know. I just can't seem to find a woman that...
Likes you?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And if you were to find this woman, what would she be like?
Well, I'm just looking for a woman who's kind and generous, cares about people, likes to have fun.
I noticed you didn't say one thing about physical qualities. Perhaps you're putting too much emphasis on personality and character.
Well, she doesn't have to be great looking.
Well said. So if you were to find this unattractive woman, what would you want to do with her?
Oh, well, I like to go for long walks on the beach, and I like to snorkel. and if she's a connoisseur of fine wines, well, all the better.
Hey, we all need somebody to drink with. Okay, switching over to Diana. Diana, what kind of a dude are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for a gentleman. Low-key, low maintenance. He doesn't have to be great looking. He likes taking long walks along the beach and candlelight dinners at restaurants that are...
Maybe with a nice bottle of Bordeaux?
A Chateau Margaux.
A vintage 1985?
Excellent.
Hey, people, cut the chit-chat. We're trying to find you dates, huh? Yeah, I think here's a question. Oh, now this is what a successful date can lead to. When's the little bundle due?
I'm not pregnant, Dick.
Are you sure? I thought I felt a kick. Anyway, what's your question? Sorry.
I have a question for the lady. What have you been doing lately to meet men?
Easy. I would have gotten there. Diana, what have you done lately to meet men?
Well, I joined the health club. I'm in the church choir. I've even put personal ads in all of the newspapers. I'm down to the recycler.
I'm considering moving to the South and dating relatives.
Trust me, Ross, that doesn't work. Well, it's a shame that two nice, decent people like you can't find dates. But fortunately, we have just the person who can rectify the situation. She guarantees that she'll find you the perfect match, or she'll get you to lower your standards. And we're going to meet her when we come back.
Does your love of leather extend to eating utensils? You're not alone. Be a guest on Nightstand. Call 1-800-GO-DICKY. Coming soon on Nightstand, women who cry for no good reason.
Dick, my husband really loves me, and we have more money than we could ever spend. I know. Everything's perfect. It just really, really hurt.
Only on Nightstand.
We're back and we're talking about the heartbreak of dating. And our next guest is an expert in the field. She's the author of the I Hate to Date book, and this is her newest effort entitled I Can't Stand Dating. So let's meet Maddie Gelman. Give her a hand. Maddie, welcome to the show.
I'd go to Bosnia for you, Dick.
Now, Maddie, you've been backstage listening to the show, figuring out Diana and Ross's problems. What's going on?
Don't ask.
Maddie, if I don't ask, I don't have a show.
You're so smart. You got some noodle.
Maddie, stay away from my noodle. Now, Maddie, your service is called the human touch because you don't use computers, do you?
No. People are not computers. They are houses. And the problem is, most people spend too much time on the exterior when we do most of our living in the interior.
So you're like an interior decorator for the heart.
Oh, Dick, if I were only 5 years older.
Well, we all need a dream. Anyway, Maddie, what is Ross's problem?
Ross, life is like a room. And the most important part of any room is the couch. What kind of couch are you?
A love seat?
Wrong. A sectional. That way you can rearrange your personality when you need to.
Okay, Maddie, I'm going to go with you on the sectional, but what kind of fabric are you going to put them in?
Well, some people like their sectionals decorated in conservative staid fabrics, while others like theirs decorated in flamboyant floral prints.
Well, that would be a homosectional. Well, Maddie, let's get off the metaphors and let's talk turkey. What can Ross do to meet people? Where can he go to meet people?
Where else? The supermarket.
Bingo, I just got an idea. Folks, you want to see Ross in action? Okay. Miller, I want you to take Ross down to the supermarket and see what he can check out. We'll check in with you later, all right?
Well, I don't know.
Is it okay with you? In the meantime, Maddie, let's talk about Diana. What's going on with her?
Well, I spent 15 minutes with Diana backstage, and I feel like we're practically best friends. I'm wearing her lip gloss. Now, Diana, let's hang the drapes and see if they match the carpet.
Maddie, these metaphors, please, I'm asking you nicely. Okay? Diana, what did you tell Maddie about yourself backstage?
Well, I told her that it seems that all the guys I go out with are jerks.
That's because you're setting your sights too low. Now, prior to the show, I was hanging around the men's room, and I met at least 7 gentlemen who I think would be perfect matches for Diana, and I've whittled it down to 3 wonderful choices.
Ooh, and we're going to meet those gentlemen in our next segment. And if I know Maddie, by the end of our show, our Lady Di will have found her own Prince Charles. Stay tuned.
Okay, We have a show coming up on Odd Couples. We need a couple where the husband... On an upcoming nightstand, he wants to marry his younger sister. But first, he'll need a divorce from his older sister. They're French kissing cousins. Only on Nightstand.
Welcome back. Now, while Ross is on his way down to the supermarket, let's turn our attention to our dating dud Diana, who thanks to matchmaker Maddie Gelman... Who thanks to matchmaker Maddie Gelman has a stable of studs for Diana to choose from. So, Diana, are you ready?
Yes, I am, Dick.
Okay, let's meet our eligible bachelors. Bachelor number 1 claims to be a hopeless romantic. He's a brown-eyed, 6'2" doctor who runs marathons and loves long walks on the beach. Diana, say hello to Kirk.
Hi, Kirk.
Hello, Diana.
Bachelor number 2 is a former diving champion who now owns his own gift shop in West Hollywood, California. Diana, say hello to Evan.
Hi, Evan.
Buenos Aires, Miss Thing.
Well, a Frenchman. And bachelor number 3 is an asbestos miner who's a self-admitted workaholic. Hey, no smoking here, no smoking.
I'm sorry, I didn't see the sign. Hi, Diana, what's shaking, baby?
Here's how it works. You ask each of our eligible bachelors a question, and then based on their answer, you're going to choose yourself a winner, all right?
What if I've already decided which one I want to go out with?
No. Give him a chance. I went to a lot of work for this.
Go ahead, Diana. Just ask away. Have fun with it.
Okay. Number 1. What would be your description of a perfect date?
Ooh, good question.
Well, Diana, we'd go to a movie. No, wait, on second thought, bag the movie. I'd rather just sit with you in front of a roaring fire and spend some time getting to know who you are. And then if you're amenable, gently kiss your lips. But only if you're ready.
Are you sure I can't pick now?
No, trust me, this next one's even better.
Go ahead, Diana.
Okay. Bachelor number 2. Describe your perfect date.
Hey, another good question.
Well, I think I'd invite you back to my place and make you a mimosa. And then we'd watch my Valley of the Dolls video. And make fun of Patty Duke. And then for dessert, I do your hair.
Oh, I'd love that date. Hello, Mr. Perfect.
Okay, Diana, let's move this thing along.
Bachelor number 1. If you were a salamander... All right. Number 3. What would be your perfect date?
Long walks on the beach. Quiet conversation. And I love Tony Roma's on karaoke night.
All right, Diana, you've seen him. You've heard him. The moment of truth is near. So, what do you think, audience? 1, 2, or 3? They're screaming for 1, 2, and 3. Maddie, what do you think?
2.
I think it's a win-win-win situation.
Well, Dick, I think I'll take
No. Not yet. We want people coming back after the commercial. So don't forget, coming up next, the computer picks my dream date, and will Ross get lucky? Come back and find out.
Hey, cyber guys and cyber gals. Want to go online with Dick Dietrick? You can cruise Nightstand on the World Wide Web. Sign on now.
Next week on Nightstand, folks, is there really sex after death?
All of a sudden, there was this gust of wind and a foul odor.
You know, if you shake the sheets, that odor will go away. Then, secrets.
A much more woman than she'll ever be.
Dirty little secrets.
Even if you are a lesbian.
What?
Mom, I'm not a lesbian. Oh, thank God.
Supernatural sex and dirty secrets. All this and much more next week on Nightstand with me, your host and friend, Dick Dietrick. Folks, here's the situation. Diana is about to choose one of our 3 eligible bachelors, and the computer is going to fix me up with a date. But before we get to the interesting stuff, let's go to Ross down at the supermarket where he's trawling the aisles shopping for a honey. Here we are. Now, we've got a hidden camera. We've given Ross an earpiece. Can you hear us, Ross?
Yes, I can.
Hi, Ross! Oh, this is not good. He's acting like an insane person.
Yeah, Ross, just take it easy. Okay.
Oh, no, not the baskets, Ross. They make a man look wimpy.
Is that true? Women prefer men with big baskets?
Oh, come on.
Oh, people. Okay, here we go.
Here he is.
Ooh, babe check in aisle 5. That's always been my lucky aisle.
Ross, yes, in the blue. Go.
Come on, Ross.
Come on. Attaboy.
Oh, looks like a Clydesdale now.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Women like to be chased. Oh, Ross, now, pick up a product and initiate some conversation.
That's a good idea.
I'm a pro.
You know, I find this to be the most absorbent. And shreds less, too.
Bad product choice, Ross. But you know, you're right about that shredding.
Ross, snap out of it, you schlub. Come on, don't be discouraged. Go down to the produce section. That's it.
Yeah, if you can't score in produce, something is seriously wrong.
Really? All right, now, remember to be cool. Head towards the roughage. If women see you there, they'll think you're helping. That's... Oh, look, see apples.
Okay.
Uh-oh, brunette at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, Ross. By the eggplants. What is he, retarded? I mean, I can't work miracles here.
I'm sorry, Matty. Just try to talk him in.
All right, okay, you got it now. Move in close. That's it. Very casual. Very casual. Be cool. Don't look too needy. Look like you belong there. That's it. Grab a vegetable. Get a vegetable, Ross. Good. Okay. Feel it like you know what you're doing. Oh, put the vegetables down. Prepare to make some small talk. Go ahead. That's it.
Excuse me, are cucumbers better when they're soft or hard?
I'm not sure. You might want to ask the manager.
Ross! Now she's getting away. Don't say something!
Say something, Ross!
Hey, lady! Nice melons!
I can't work with this schmendrick.
No. Hey, Ross, listen, we're going to call it a day, huh? But while you're down there, could you pick me up some brown over-the-calf socks?
And a carton of Marlboro Lights.
Oh, boy. Well, you tried, Matty.
You can't eat breakfast off an end table. You know what I mean?
Not in the slightest. Okay, we struck out with Ross, but we've still got hope for Diana. So, Diana, the question of the evening, who's it going to be? Kirk, Evan, or Bachelor number 3? Now, Diana, I want you to take your time.
Number 1!
All right, Kirk! Very good! Congratulations, you two! Nightstand is sending you on the vacation of your dreams. 2 nights and 1 day at the world-famous Cabazon Indian Reservation, home of Native American bingo. Or as I like to call it, Geronimo's Revenge. Kirk, what do you have to say?
Out of town. I'm not quite sure how I explain that to my wife. Maybe we could go to your place.
Oh.
Wait a minute, I'm not going to date a married man.
Absolutely not. Kirk, out of here, to the shower.
I'm sorry, I forgot to ask.
Okay, Diana. Here's the question. Who's it it going to be? Evan or bachelor number 3? Come on, Diana.
Oh, all right, I'll take number 2.
I won? Oh, my God. Thank you, Tony Robbins. Congratulations. Evan, you're headed for a big time on the old reservation. What do you say to that?
I love bingo. But, I was wondering, would you mind terribly if I brought along my young Asian nephew?
I'll take care of this one, Diana. Look, it's Keanu Reeves.
Where?
Over there. Okay, Diana. Here's the big question of the evening. Who's it gonna be? Bachelor number 3? I declare number 3 the winner. Come on up here. Come up here, you. What do you say, number 3?
I'm so happy.
I can hear it in your voice.
I can't go out with him.
Why not?
Well, what religion are you?
Methodist.
That's great. I'm Lutheran. It would never work.
Oh, no, Maddie, come on, do something here.
Diana, you gotta give him a chance. Listen, he does a terrific Darth Vader. Show her.
Come over to the dark side, Luke.
Oh, what? Is that terrific or what? You'll never find another man like this. Let's go.
Well, romance-wise, we've won one and lost one tonight. It's time for the tiebreaker. And as you remember at the top of the show, I filled out a computer dating questionnaire. And now it's time to see just what the computer spit out. Computer date, reveal thyself. Welcome to the show. And you are?
Heather.
Well, nice Heather we're having. Well, there you have it. Computer dating really works. Now, normally at this time, I'd lower the lights and give you my closing thoughts. But tonight, I think I'll lower the lights elsewhere and see how this woman's ticker feels about my noodle.